Yo, what's up? Straight up from work and shit. I don't know. Let's do we'll do a failed setup talk. It keeps opening that. It's bugging me. Failed setup talk. Okay, so let's see. I found a cop's badge. Yeah, it was a real cop. Real cop's fucking his badge just left for me to find when I was walking Ricky, and I found it. I was like, what the hell? What is this? I don't get this setup. I kind of do. It's really convoluted. Like unreal. Like, who the hell do you think I am to think that I was gonna do that? We'll get to it. I'm gonna put my burrito in the micro. I'm gonna wave this full. We had Del Taco at work for our meeting. We normally have pizza. Here's my policy. If a company springs for pizza, I immediately take my lunch that I brought and dump it in the trash. Oh, what? You brought pizza from home? Is it better than what we got? Go to hell. I like my pizza from home. Better throw your lunch in the trash. Okay, so I find this cop's badge. I'm walking Ricky, and I'm like, cool, this thing's pretty rad, you know? How much can I get for it? So I research it a little bit. I could get like $100, $200 for this thing. I'm like, yeah, I could use that. I could buy drugs with that. So then I look a little closer to it. On the back, and you can barely see a guy's last name. So you know what? Let's figure this out. Let's see who this belongs to. So I type his. I'm getting beamed. I get online and I go check it out, and I see this story for a Huntington Beach festival that he was at, and a reporter was geez. All right, I'm stuttering like a fucking fart that turned into shit, you know? Turned into one. All right, so the reporter is talking to this cop. This is the badge. This is the guy who left it there. Turns out it was his spare one. So the reporter goes on to ask him, blah, blah, blah. Why didn't you give those people a ticket? You know, he goes, yeah, it's at our discretion. You don't have to give everybody a ticket. I'm like, shit. I gotta give this badge back to this cop. You know, he got mucho points, mucho puntos for that. So I go and I find the number. I call him up, and I leave a message. Careful not to embarrass him in front of his department, like, hey, you got a guy who's basically leaving his badge everywhere. I just said, hey, call me back. Immediately calls me back, and he lives in Orange. Huntington Beach detective, I guess. So I'm like, hey man, I got your badge. Comes down. I give it to him. He wants to talk to me more than I no kidding, right? Like more than I would figure or I'm comfortable with. I'm like, there's your badge, you know. And then he rips off with this statement, somebody could do some real damage with this. I'm just thinking, I didn't say it, but I was thinking, don't leave it around next time. So anyways, the setup is this. Some other low rent dude that I ran into out there was telling me that his bail bondsman's badge, he gave it to some dude, and he went and ripped off some he went and ripped off some. I don't remember the story, but he got caught like impersonating a peace officer with this badge. I didn't really put it all together. I didn't care. You know, the guy didn't give a guy a ticket, so I was like, I'd give it back to him. So what was I supposed to do? Go impersonate somebody with that badge? Failed setup. It's like in football when you hit a pulling guard into the running back. You don't know what's going on. You're just coming across the line and hitting anything that moves, and it turns out well. I did make up a joke at work, so it was already told. You ain't gonna get it. What do med ward personnel? Wait. Buying a comforter. What do med ward personnel call comforters that they buy in Eastern Europe? Check betting. It checks out if you're med ward personnel. Why don't you, why doesn't med ward personnel give up the mic? Because they're good tail wrappers. This stuff kills down at the kennel. They're dying. Anyways, I'm going to post this. I don't care what it sounds like. You guys are beaming me. Whatevs. Okay, I'm going to eat my burrito.